Okay, thank you. I think he's been doing a fantastic job. I think he deserves a round of applause. About the train, and it's fantastic to just hear that. Okay. How are you guys doing? Yeah, oh my God, you can clap a little more for him. Wow. He's been there since the morning. Big round of applause to the people who are organizing this. I think it means a huge difference to them. So give a big round of applause to the organizers. Everybody's running around here and there. Don't worry, I haven't been paid to get you to clap for them. I just think it's nice because they've been working really hard. My name is Sunil. I run this very interesting organization called Evam, which in Sanskrit means and, A-N-D and, which means it joins people. And it's an organization which I've been running for the last 13 years along with a co-founder of mine called Karthik Kumar. For people in Tamil Nadu, you might know Karthik Kumar as America Maplai. Oh, he was in Satya, he was in Ayodhya, and he was the unknown guy who literally resigned from his job a few months back saying, I'm no longer going to do movies. Although he didn't care much because he's now a stand-up comedian. However, he and I, much before his journey as an actor, as a stand-up comedian, started something else, and that's the story that I'm here to really tell you about. Are you guys interested in the story? Okay, fantastic. So there what you see is basically Evam written in the center. As I said, it means and those are some of the divisions and organizations which are part of it. So on top you see something called Evam Stand-Up Tamasha, which basically means that it's a stand-up unit. It performs stand-up comedy across India and abroad. Then you've got Live from Evam, which is an arts management company. So if you're talking about a singer coming in, or a concert happening, or a play happening, or a festival happening, we manage that. Then you see Evam Happy Cow, which basically works with children's education using arts and theatre. You see Evam Brand Drama below, where we work with corporates and add drama to their corporate and internal communications. You see First Rush right on the left side there, which is basically an acting workshop for people who want to act and leave their corporate and boring jobs. I meant that really. And the last one over there is called Evam Training Sideways, which is a story which I'll come to in a while. But this is what we do in a lifetime. And after doing all of this, when I go to my relatives and they ask me saying, so Sunil, what do you do? And I say, I do theater. Theater. Theater means? Theater, like play. Play, drama, nautanki, street play, where you dance, sing, dance. Oh! So what do you do? Now this hasn't changed. I started that organization 13 years back, but this question haunts my mother, my relatives, and they are always asking, saying, so on one side is my dad's side, who all believe that soon enough I'll become famous and their kids' entry to a Mani Ratnam film is me. And on my mother's side, everybody's waiting for this entrepreneurship to collapse so that they can say, we told you so. But between that is my mother, who still sits with me and says, I think he's doing something right, let me go and watch what he's doing, and supports me, and that's the journey I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let's see where it started. Oh, end. So it began with an end because when we first came up with the idea of saying, let's do theater profitably in India, everybody said, no. What are you saying? Never done. Nobody does it. Are you crazy? Why don't you just follow your education and do some nice things? And that was the end of the dream there itself. But we said, maybe there is a chance that you could make some money out of it profitably. Maybe you can give employment. And most importantly, maybe you could do something which you love doing. And we love doing theater, and we thought we'll tell stories and make a living out of it. So the very fact that when we asked the question to the world saying, can we do it? And people said no, became the end or the beginning of our story. Cut to Act 1, Jab We Met. Have you seen this film? Yes. Okay. So Jab We Met is not between me and Kareena Kapoor. It's more about between me and Karthik Kumar, because he was a Chennai boy, Tambram, chemical engineering, SVC, and doing some English theater, la-di-da. And I was from an Andhraite living in Bhopal, doing Hindi theater, liking my home space. And we both met up in this college called MICA, which is in Ahmedabad, Mudra Institute of Communications. We met up there, and we said, hey, interesting, you seem to be a nice guy, you seem to be a nice guy. And both of us realized we had enough time on campus to do more things than study. So we said, oh, if we can do more things, why don't we do more things? We literally were getting bored and we said, let's use our skill sets to put together and do something. Started a theater group there, which was not called Evam, it was called Sankalp. And we started doing the core idea saying, let's not be a student theater group. Let's go out there, sell tickets, make money, so that we can go back to our teachers and say that this is worth doing. A movement which started in 1999 as a student outfit, today, in 2016, is one of the most prominent things put in their brochure when they want to sell mica as a college. More importantly, there is a whole folklore about these two boys who started it, and nobody recognizes us. But the beauty and the most crucial thing is, the college at some point in time realized that, hey, wait a second, this is really valuable. They started making it into a business project where you will do a play, sell tickets, do many things. But what it started off was saying, getting a bunch of my classmates and saying, can we do something? Jab we met. But when we took that idea, we were passing out of college and said, can we do more of this? Can we make business out of it? Everybody told us no, right from Nasruddin Shah to Mani Ratnam. Everybody was sweet enough to say, you're nice boys, why don't you do a proper job? You've already spent 5 lakhs in this education. Do something worthwhile, right? And that's when we came to Chennai and started the company. In Chennai, of course, it was cinema all around, and we said, how do we do English theater? We had two basic things that we started off with. One, the consumer. Young people thought theater was boring. So we said, let's make it into a lollipop, something which is exciting, fun. So all we did was we brought in comedies and started doing really good productions of comedies. So people started coming in. Second, young people didn't even know that theater existed. Will you believe it? There was nothing called preview. There was nothing. I mean, in Hindu newspaper, the play used to end and then review would come. Oh, I missed it. Of course you missed it. There was no preview. Something as simple as that we brought to the table and said, let's market this because this is important to market. Let's sell it because it's important to sell. Started selling it, built a brand, and soon we had other brands like HSBC, Airtel coming and saying, hey, you are reaching out to young people. Can we sponsor you? And our first business model literally became that sponsorship brings us the profits and ticket sales basically take care of our cost. Of course, we were very naive because we thought that is business. And business doesn't run as simply as that. So while doing that for around 3-4 years, two things happened. My audience got bored. They were like, hey, now we can watch Friends on television. Your plays are actually a little lower than Friends only. We are watching, already YouTube has come about. We can watch many more stuff at a click of a button. Why should I come to the theater and watch you? So younger people's coolness quotient had changed. And we were like, oh, then what should we do? And second, of course, brands said, hey, I can still put that quarter-page ad in a Hindu and get 10 lakh people as opposed to your 2,000 people. So why should I invest in you? So on business side, we had an issue. Consumer side, we had an issue. That was the Diwar, as I call it, saying, what do we do now? And people, we were working till now with a lot of volunteers, a lot of people out there, but we didn't have more than 2 permanent employees. And we were like, is this how business is run? How do we do this? And from there started our big question saying, are we truly a business? And what is a business? Because when we started, we said, actors coming together, let's make it a living. And somewhere in the middle, we said, how does a business work? I mean, how do we become truly a corporate? So from a partnership, we became a private limited company. We realized that if we have to hire people, we have to make more money. We started looking, trust me, at profitability for the first time. We were very happy doing plays. And then we said, how do you bring value to a sponsor? So if a sponsor is not willing to give you that 5 lakh rupees to put his brand out here, which, by the way, is always difficult to notice. Which brand? Same problem there. And they were saying, oh, can we do more? Oh, then can we get into properties? So we launched Chennai's first inter-college culturals and then got a brand on board who wanted to reach out to young people in colleges. Then we went and created another property which was online because they wanted to reach out to the older people. Then we created something called the Supper Theatre because some banks wanted their premier customers to come to a hotel and have a great time. Can we be the medium? And soon, we realized that we are moving into a stage entry which is not pure theater, but what I call as applied theater. How do you apply the arts to the ecosystem that you live in so that it can make sense to the people who are there? And not just sit there and say, I do theater, who will give me money? Which is like the stupidest thing to say, right? So there started our journey saying, how do you cross this Diwar, this wall, and come across on the other side? And on the other front, in content, we were like, oh my God, people are getting bored. So we have to do new stuff. So we moved from doing UK and US-based plays, we literally started doing Indian plays. Our first biggest hit at that point of time, much earlier than Three Idiots, was Chetan Bhagat's 5 Point Someone. We went to him, said, can we do the book into a play? He said, great. Took the book, converted. Huge hit in colleges. You should see, every 3 minutes people are clapping. Huge hit. Went back to brands. Brands said, I want to reach out to young people. Let's come together. So then we started making sense of this whole value equation between brands on one hand, consumers on the other, and third, started creating self-sustaining properties which are not dependent on the brand. So we started doing workshops, skill sets of ours to teach many more young people. If you remember around 5-6 years back, there was a huge thing in corporate India where everybody was started taking guitar classes, dance classes, because everybody was bored of their lives, which they still are. However, they wanted to do more about it, and we said, can we provide that alternative, not a career, but a hobby which they can pick up? So theater became a huge thing as they started doing that. And that's how we slowly crossed the divar into a format where we said, let's win each game that we do. So every project has to be profitable. Otherwise, maybe we make a choice saying, let's not do 10 plays in a year, let's do 3. Let's do the workshops which are profitable and make sense out of them. Fantastic. Let's work with clients who have the money and who will pay us in time, because cash flow is a huge issue. Let's hire people who are excited and young and wanting to work in the arts. I have a team now of around 11 people permanent and another 35 people across Chennai, Bangalore, Bombay who work with us, and they are always excited to run every day, and they are not looking to how to take a leave because they are like really excited about the work they do. And trust me, they don't love arts. All of them don't love arts. They all love different things. But you as an employer realize that, oh, wait a second. Somebody loves arts, somebody loves entrepreneurship, somebody loves this, all that coming together to make sense of this. Right? And that's how this organization became this. But of course, this story is just this story because 7 years back, we started our second entrepreneurial journey, which is called Training Sideways, applying arts to corporates. So right now we do behavioral training using theater, music, dance, simulations, games, right from a Google to an Airtel to an Ashok Leyland, and we do corporate training. How do we learn corporate training? We learn from arts, because arts open up people. As arts can make a difference to children in opening their minds up, it can truly make a behavioral difference in people who are adults. And that's the new entrepreneurship we started around 7 years back, which has now become actually much bigger than the parent company, which is Evam. But what we still love about Evam is these things. The journey which led us to actually learn. Fake it till you make it. We were in a loss for the last 5 years. But all newspapers carried stories about we being brilliantly doing well. We always said we were perfect, great, superb, young people love us, we love us, join us. Trust me, it kept us going, it kept the market going. Because of us, there are another 20 other theater companies which got formed. Because we faked it till we made it. We won't tell you where it changed. Have purpose, build team, align both. For more, and purpose could be anything. If I look at the first company which came and the crores that you're talking about, we are nowhere near any of those crores. But we have a purpose of making a difference to the world using the arts and being profitable and everybody having a career. And those goals, if you align along with the right team, I think that's needed. A lot of companies in the country, including in arts, fail because they are not teams, they are artists. And if they're artists, they're alone. They don't have a team, they don't have anybody belonging to them working for the longer term. People buy into people. I believe this so strongly. Business is not about money, business is about value, and business is about people. Mani Ratnam and Javed Akhtar and the best actor in the world coming together to make a film doesn't mean the film will be a hit. But great friends who love each other and are basically talented coming together will make a better film. Therefore, work with people. People work with people who they like. So that's the learning there. Agile is equal to alive. We changed from a core theater company to an applied theater company into a training company. And I think in future we're going to be in digital. All that because we are agile and uncompromisingly agile, because we never came from the true background of saying, I love theater only and I do theater only in this way. And finally, do what you love. You got one life. You got one life, guys. Either you do what you love doing or you'll be forced to do supposed to try and love and like and Facebook other things that you're doing. So if you have a chance, go for it. Not just being entrepreneur, just doing things which you like. Because that's what we did, and we tried to make a living out of it. And we're so excited about it only because we do something which we love doing. Are we good? Can I tell one story before I close? One last story. It happened to me when I was a kid. Apparently, my mom tells me, this Sharma uncle and Sharma auntie came to our house. They said, Sunil, what do you want to become? I said, I want to become a truck driver. My parents were like, shit, truck driver? After all that, no, Sunil, not truck. Last birthday, what did we give you? Aeroplane. Huh, aeroplane has a pilot? Yeah. You want to become a pilot? Yeah, I want to become a pilot. Yeah. See, very nice. I want to become a pilot. Tell uncle, auntie, you want to become a pilot? I want to become a pilot, you know. I will fly a plane, fly like this, and then land the plane, and then sell the plane, and buy trucks and become a truck driver. Know what your truck is. Love that truck. Keep driving it. Don't fall for the plane. It's not worth it. Thank you so much.